beat teams for the nation? Well, we just beat Kansas. Not sure that's a surprise to anyone too much. But I'm not sure we won this game without maybe a cost. Because seeing the injury that Baker Mayfield sustained, I'm not really sure if he's going to be playing too much. For he went down holding his knee and had to be carried off the field and then left the game on crutches. I don't know, that's not really a sign that's going to be too good. I hope it's not a season-ending injury. I hope it is at the very least a 1 or 2 game. But time will tell exactly how bad that injury is and when we get further approach on it. And we still Davis Webb, and Davis Webb is still pretty alright. I mean, I'm not going to say he's as great as Mayfield, but he's good enough to handle the game. And we also have Michael Burrow coming back, as shown by his last few plays of the game. Albeit he didn't do too much, seeing how he was playing with, I don't know what was the time, 4th strings, 3rd strings, people who never played the game, and more or less just had to pass off the ball to the running back or get the ball thrown over his head so many times. So even if Mayfield does go down, we have enough players and talent, I think, to survive. I just don't want to see him go down, because after the game he had today, it was one of his best so far this season. It just really sucks to see him go down. But other than that negativity, I mean, we did pretty well in this game. I mean, we did a lot better on offense than I thought we did. From our past few games, we have not really performed all that great against our teams. I mean, we didn't really beat down Texas State as much as I thought we would. And then TCU was just a nail biter the entire time. And Kansas is supposed to have a pretty good defense. So, given our offensive troubles the past few games, I wasn't thinking it would be as great of a game as it was for Mayfield. So, it was really good to see that. And for a second there, I thought we were going to have a great running attack the entire time during the game. But our rushing abilities didn't really last too long. I mean, granted, compared to the game we played this season, it was a pretty good game for our run. But man, we got to improve on that. I mean, yes, we had a few breakout runs, and that's great. But we need to do more of those. We cannot just rely on throwing the ball. For as we saw during the first quarter, when we were kind of on our bye-week hangover, we weren't really performing all that well. I mean, I didn't count too many runs at all. Felt like you're just throwing the ball constantly. And no one can win a game like that. You need to have a balanced offense to win games consistently. But there's still a lot of football left. Kind of. We're almost at the halfway point of the season and we still haven't developed a good run. But our offense has been performing well enough as it is to not dang it, I can't get the word out correctly. It's not gonna be hampering us too badly. I mean, we have one of the best offenses in the conference right now, so yeah, I'm not gonna complain too much about it. And also, our defense, really stepped up to the plate and delivered a really fine game. I mean, covering fumbles, creating fumbles, and they're just wreaking havoc the entire time. And that goal line stand they had in the was it the third quarter they had that stand? That was a great showcase of our defensive abilities. I mean, to prevent any team from scoring a touchdown when they're on the 5-yard line or so, it's impressive. I don't care what team it is. We held them. We held our ground. We got the ball back. This defense of ours, given how it's played this season so far, I think it's probably one of the best defenses in our conference right now. Granted, we have not played any offensive powerhouses too much. I still think it's a legitimate defense, but that won't be proven until we face a team like OU, for that's when most of the people will start looking at us more on the defensive side. But other than that, there's not much else to talk about in this game. I mean, sure, we had a few special team errors, like fumbling the ball on the return. Yeah, that was kind of painful to watch. Seeing it bounce like 20 yards out of bounds. I mean, that ball was just bouncing everywhere. And I'm not sure who this was, but I remember watching the game like in the third quarter or so, and one of our returners muffed the punt and dived down next to it. I don't know if he thought he had the ball though. I mean, I'm glad he noticed the ball was right next to him and got on it, but you gotta have better awareness than that. And that's really about it. I mean, this was a great game. Although we came out sputtering a bit, and our offense came out with one of the best games yet, this game was a kind of painful game at first to watch, but as it progressed, it became as it really should have been. And I'd like to say, good game to Kansas. You guys played a pretty good game. You were in it the entire time. Not score-wise, but through your emotions and your tenacity, you weren't just laying dead. At least to me. And I hope your running back who got injured in the third is not out for too long, or seriously injured, because no matter what team you pull for, you don't like seeing a guy get injured. But until next week, Raider Nation, guns up, Raider Power, and Wreck 'em Tech.